it's only me, Clare Baker, former clutterholic, founder of clutterclearing.net, bringing you my weekly vlog about my own clutter clearing journey, which is my weight loss clutter clearing journey. So how's your week been? I hope you've had a good one. I thought I had had a good one, but it turns out that I didn't. I actually put on 3.5 pounds. And I'll be really honest with you, I shed a tear this morning when I got on the scales, because I don't know why I put on 3.5 pounds. It's taken me back over the 200, which just feels really frustrating. Really frustrating. There's something going on here, and I don't seem to be able to get a grip of it. Probably because it's, if you like, it's not tangible. I don't know what it is. Hard to deal with the problem when you don't know what the problem is. The symptom is me sabotaging my weight loss, but the cause, I don't know what the cause is. And I thought I'd had a good week. My app that shows that I plug my numbers in of what I eat, was fine. And I was plugging in everything that I had eaten. So I've gone through all the usual. Is it the PMT? Well, no, that's a little bit too early. That would be next week, if at all. I've done the exercise. I did the park run on Saturday. I got a personal best. And my time, I shaved off, I think it was 14 seconds, which may not sound a lot, but the previous 2 times that I've done park run, I've actually jogged the first 200 yards or so, and this Saturday just gone, I walked it all. So if I had jogged that same bit again, I probably would have shaved off, I don't know, 20-30 seconds. I just don't understand what's going on. I really don't understand what's going on. Thankfully today I have my support, my counselling with Marisa, and I'm just going to say to her, I don't understand. I really don't understand. It does seem to be a pattern. When I did Weight Watchers twice, back in 2001, I hit a weight and didn't seem to be able to get beyond that weight. And then the same in 2009, I got down to a particular weight and I didn't seem to be able to get below that weight. So it feels as if the same thing is happening again. I've hit around the 200 pound mark and I don't seem to be able to get down below that. Even though when I did Weight Watchers in 2001, I was way below 200 pounds. So I don't know. I really don't know, and it annoys me. I'm somebody who learns with the feedback and the understanding, and I don't seem to be getting it. I've been thinking this morning, is it that I kind of, like last week I got below 200, and is it that I almost go, yay, I've got this covered, and I take the brakes off? Well, my food app would suggest that that's not the case. I felt hungry on my fast days last week. So I did my midweek weigh-in on Saturday, and I'd put on the weight by then. So between Saturday and today, I've maintained. I haven't lost any weight compared to Saturday morning's weigh-in. Yet I felt hungry on my fast days last week, which is a good sign normally, but those signs don't seem to be getting the same results as they used to. So I just don't understand, and it is. I'll be honest. It's upsetting me. I'm frustrated. I'm really frustrated with myself. I feel like a failure. I really feel like a failure. I've done so well on this so far, and this last little bit it feels like it's beating me. if I wasn't having the weekly counselling to talk this through with Marissa, I would probably give up. I probably would, and just go, I can't do this. I'm no good at this. I was good at this last year, but this year I've been crap at it. And I just, yeah, just, like I say, I just need to understand what's going on. If I understand what's going on, I can fix it. But I don't understand, I really don't understand what's going on. And I have a fear. It's going to sound ridiculous, but I have a fear of becoming obsessed with food. And I don't want to become obsessed with food. I want to be able to eat and not worry. I don't want to become anorexic. Not that I think that could ever happen, because I like food too much. But I don't want to become afraid of food. I don't want to be not eating. And I do 3 fast days a week already. You know, I don't want to be doing 5 fast days a week just to shift this remaining weight, because that isn't necessary. That isn't, I know that's not necessary. I don't need to do that. Because if I was doing 5 fast days a week, then it's this thing of your body needs a certain amount of energy and food, and it will be able to maintain. You know, because food is a fuel. I know that. And that's what I thought I had been doing this week. I'd just been giving my body fuel. But clearly I've been giving my body more than it needs. And I just don't want to become obsessed with food. I know so many people who are obsessed with food. And I don't want to be that person. I want to be comfortable in my own skin, and I want to be comfortable with eating, and I want for food not to be an issue. That's what it is. I feel as though food is becoming a big part of my life again, and an issue in my life again. That's, yeah, see, getting an image in my head now of, it's almost like it's becoming full circle. When I was obese, food was clearly an issue, because it was, with hindsight, it was taking up a huge amount of my time, a huge amount of my thought, a huge amount of my energy, doing the eating, buying the food or making the food. So it consumed, interesting choice of words, it consumed a large part of my time with hindsight. I was in denial, of course, but I wouldn't have said this at the time, but with hindsight it was. And I don't want it to consume and take up a huge amount of my thought and my actions now. Because, yes, I may have lost some weight, but it's like I'm in that same place again. So, and I suppose that's where the anorexia thing comes from, because people who are anorexic, you know, food, they are obsessed with food. It takes up their entire being. I remember a girl when I was at school, and I went to a boarding school for my A-levels, the final 2 years at school, 16 to 18. And I'll never forget, there was a girl who joined. She joined late. She was anorexic. She was clearly extremely anorexic. And she went around saying, oh, the boys are staring at me because I'm so fat. Now, clearly she had some sort of body dysmorphia or whatever they call it. But she got to the point where she had to use the disabled toilets because she took laxatives to get rid of the food. And without being too graphic, you know, it was a mess. And it got to the point where the cleaners were refusing to clean it up. And so she had to use the disabled toilets, and she was responsible for cleaning those toilets herself. Now, we're talking 25 years ago. I imagine the way that they would deal with it would be very different now, but, you know, I don't want to become obsessed with food again. I don't want it to take up lots of my thinking time. I've got more important things to do and think about. And I don't want to be scared of food. So yeah, I something's going on, and I need to get to the bottom of it. I really need to get to the bottom. It does, interestingly, in terms of the feedback and learning, I guess I've kind of just given you the feedback and the learning. But I suppose in terms of the feedback and learning, my mind's just gone blank. If I wasn't getting the support, if I wasn't getting the weekly support with my counselling and the TRE, I would give up. The parallels, that's it. The parallels with clutter clearing. I've had lots of people over the years who have said, "Oh, I can do this myself." They started off on their own, they've done quite well, and then they've hit their brick wall. And the irony is, I can help people out with their brick walls when it comes to clearing their clutter in their home, but I don't seem to be able to do it for myself with my weight. That's fine. That's fine. It's a different area of expertise, I suppose. I don't have 16 years experience of working with people who lose weight. I do have 16 years experience of working with people who have physical clutter in their home, and hoarders. So, you know, it's different, but the parallels, like I say, brick wall with people with physical clutter in their home, where they start to self-sabotage. I am at that point myself with my own journey. So, again, it's about getting the support. It's about actually doing that thing of standing up and saying, okay, I've done well so far, but I need help with this last little bit. With my clients, quite often it's actually their last room that they need that extra bit of help with, and that's kind of like where I am. That last stone or two is the bit that I don't know. It's almost like I don't just need my hand held. I need a cuddle, if that makes sense. The comfort. And the encouragement. This may stem back to childhood. I don't want to get into that whole thing of, you know, oh, I'm going to blame my parents, I'm going to blame my mother. But, you know, I didn't grow up in a home where what I considered significant, important achievements were acknowledged. I don't really remember many well-dones. I don't really remember sort of celebrations of achievements. I don't remember encouragements. I remember being told, if you don't do this, then this won't happen. So yeah, so maybe that's part of the jigsaw puzzle. Like I say, I'm not trying to blame anybody. I am just calling a spade a spade. It is what it is. And being aware of these things may unlock the key to get through this final door on my journey. Time, patience, my goodness, yes. This is going to take longer than I thought. It may go into next year. That's fine. It's fine as long as I keep getting the things that I need to succeed, which is ultimately the support, the weekly counselling, and the TRE. Third success factor, doing the doing. I thought I was doing the doing this week. Clearly I wasn't, because I didn't lose weight. That's just a fact. If you do the doing, you get the results. Clearly I haven't been doing the doing. I have been swimming twice this week. I've been to the gym, went to the gym last night, really annoyed, because we go at the same time. We do the same routine. Well, my husband does his routine, I do my routine. And normally if there's somebody on one of the machines, then it's okay, because I can go on one of the other pieces of equipment and then go back to the machine, or vice versa. And it's normally quite quiet when we get there. We get there about 7:30 in the evening, and it's an hour for the routine, for doing the exercise routine. Turned up yesterday, got on the cross trainer to do my 10-minute warm-up, and when I came off, there was somebody on the Stairmaster doing, must have been 1,000 floor workout. He was still on it 20 minutes later, and there was a group of people on the equipment that I do after the Stairmaster, and they'd set up, they got laminated cards by pieces of equipment all round that particular piece of equipment. I normally do 9, 8, 6 exercises on that particular piece of equipment, and they had taken up all of that. I couldn't get near. They'd obviously decided to do their own little workout club, and so all I could do was the cross trainer, and then my squats. So I was really, really annoyed, and it made me realise how much I like and need that routine. How I suppose, yeah, I felt like a failure yesterday because I couldn't do my workout, not for the want of trying. Even after 20 minutes, the bloke was still on the Stairmaster, and he wasn't even halfway through his programme because I could see it on the screen of the Stairmaster machine. Going to go tonight instead, and hopefully there won't be people dominating the equipment. Like I say, this is the first time in 18 months that I haven't been able to go onto another piece of equipment or another machine while waiting for another one to become free. This is the first time that more or less all of the pieces of equipment or machinery has been in use, so I haven't been able to use it. So that was frustrating. So that's probably not helping with my mood today. So yeah, clearly I'm not doing the doing. I thought I was. Method. Now, this may sound strange, but despite the fact that I've put 3.5 pounds on this week, none of the food that I've eaten has had the carbs and the sugar in. So it's been the right types of foods for the way that I eat now. Clearly I've just eaten too much of them. Been a challenge as well because, I don't know if you can see in the background, we've got our wedding tree, which is an apple tree, and then you won't be able to see it, way back down there, is our Betty tree, our first cat. We planted that tree for her when we had to put her down in 2009. Her ashes were put in with the roots. That's a conference pear tree. Oh, I love conference pear trees. I love apples too. Sorry, I used to love them. And the conference pears, my husband, I think yesterday he ate 5 of them. It's quite interesting. His snack bowl has changed from sort of chocolate to fruit because we've got so much fruit and I'm not eating it. So I felt pretty good that I didn't give in because obviously conference pears and apples have got a lot of sugar in. So I've stayed away. I enjoy now watching him enjoy those foods. That makes sense. I know, I'm crazy. So yeah, again, in terms of the method, the foods that I've been eating have been the right foods and I've been doing the exercise, but clearly I've just been eating too much. Number 5, support and motivation. Support as always from my counsellor. Going to be an interesting one today when I go. Motivation, struggling. Like I said earlier, I could easily give up if I didn't have the support, if I didn't have that accountability of going along and actually sorting out this problem, whatever it is. I could easily give up. Motivation. Next week I plan to buy my goal dress from a department store here called John Lewis's. So that will help, I think, with motivation. I think I've underestimated how motivated I can be when there's a dress. I do have a dress that I've had for about must be about 10 years, that I bought from a shop called Monsoon with vouchers that my father-in-law, my late father-in-law, and my mother-in-law bought me that year for Christmas. I'd managed to train them into buying me vouchers so that I can get what I want rather than them buying me tat for Christmas. And I thought that dress was enough of a motivation, but now I look at it and I feel that that is a dress from the past, because it was 9 years ago. I was a different person then. So a new gold dress will hopefully help. And number 6, the planning and the routine. Again, I thought I'd got the planning sorted, so I don't know what's gone wrong there. The routine, that hasn't changed. Fasting Monday, Wednesday, Friday. Going to the gym Monday, Wednesday, Friday. Going swimming on a Monday, Wednesday, Friday morning. So yeah, I'm not sure what's going on there. And then finally, oh, this is a good one. Gratitude, successes and perspective. I'm grateful that I'm being honest about this, because I could have easily lied to you and pretended I stayed the same. Did consider that. I'm grateful that I have got the support in place, the counselling. I'm glad that it's today, weigh-in day, so that I don't dwell on it for too long. I suppose the successes are, like I said previously when I did Weight Watchers twice, I hit this plateau and self-sabotage, and then the weight started to go back on again. So I suppose the success here is that I haven't done that. It may be 4 months that since I really lost any serious significant amount of weight. But yeah, there we go. A success is that I haven't given up. Yeah. And putting this in perspective, I've only got 2.5 stone left to go. That's why it's so frustrating. Please tell me I'm not alone. Please tell me I'm not alone. Okay, the last thing I wanted to just share with you is that you may be aware that every day I have a pack of cards that are on my desk, and they're my motivation cards, and every day I shuffle them 7 times. Number 7 is very significant when we're doing our clutter clearing. And so each day I have a different card and I put it in front of my computer monitor so I can look at it really quickly and really easily, regularly during the day. So a new motivational saying every day. Today's reads, I can face fear, rejection or guilt and let it go. Might be interesting when I get to Marissa's later. Okay, I hope you had a better week than I did. As always, my goal for this week is going to remain to lose 3 pounds, which would mean that I lose essentially the weight that I have put on this week. But have a good week, and do leave any comments below. Let me know I'm not alone, and I will share whatever I discover with my counselling session. I'll share that with you next week. All right, have a good week. Take care. Bye-bye.